But somehow we have arrived to the NFC title game where the Los Angeles Rams, who, by the way, I don't know if you're paying attention, starting to gain some motion in LA. It's been a decade. I'm starting to see people come out and support this team. They're looking to go to their third Super Bowl under Sean McVay and win their second in the McVay-Stafford era in Seattle. I just kind of want to know, what are your thoughts? What are you feeling? Because I know you're a Rams fan too.
I think it's the actual Super Bowl, first off. I know there was that collapse last time against Seattle, but you got to remember they lost by 1 point. Seattle had the luckiest 2-point conversion I've ever seen. Devontae Adams didn't play. There were a lot of other key injuries. Everyone's back. Everyone's healthy. And I think losing to Seattle in that game plays a way bigger factor than a lot of people are going to realize. There's no way the Rams would have gone in and beaten the Seahawks 3 times in one season. And the series is split this season. It's at 1-1. I really think it's been the narrative all season for the Rams. The only team that's going to beat them is themselves. Every single loss they've had this season, they have just taken a shotgun and shot themselves in the freaking foot. Every single loss. And they could have imploded pretty easily these past 2 games, but they held it together. They've been battle tested. I don't think a blowout against an injury banged up 49ers team is really going to help the Seattle that much. I don't think it gives you as much momentum. I think you're riding high, and the Rams have been battle tested. They've been in these tight games all postseason. I'm taking that team on the road in Seattle this weekend. I think it's going to be a close game, but you're asking me to pick between Matthew Stafford and Sam Darnold, where Matthew Stafford's having the best season of his career.
Exactly.
Against Sam Darnold, who historically has been terrible. I mean, terrible against the Rams. Like, I don't think he was that amazing in the comeback. I think it was their defense played some of its best defense they played all season. In that comeback, Shaheed had that return. Darnold, he was a great game manager here, but you're asking me to pick him over Matthew Stafford in a playoff game in the NFC Championship. Where also Sean McVay has been in these games before. It's his 3rd NFC Championship now.
Yeah.
I'm taking Sean McVay. You know what? I'm hoping that dude pulls up in a vest again this Sunday. He looked like an insurance salesman on the sidelines last weekend, and we got the win. Wasn't pretty, but we got the win.
That was a tough look. Yeah, it was really the Rams against the weather last week. It was actually kind of both teams. But no, I agree. I think that Seattle's riding really high. I mean, I don't know if it's the team necessarily, but their fan base, what I'm seeing online, there's a lot of confidence going into this matchup. And
they think it's over.
Oh, yeah. No, they think it's a done deal. And I don't know how many times we have to watch the veteran quarterback, the veteran head coach who's won double-digit playoff games, go into a playoff game, and it's just this narrative of you're buying into the young team and the hype and the athleticism. The Seahawks are great. The drafting that Schneider's done and the direction that McDonald's taken the team's remarkable. But I hate to use this like at the beginning of the year thing, because I know like none of these teams that are left were really big favorites. Rams were the closest thing to that, and even they weren't. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is still a team that I think is excellent, but not that their quarterback's necessarily a disadvantage across the board, but going up against a team with the same guys that they've had the last 2 years that have owned him. I mean, I think, what is it? Kobe Durant's got like 4 interceptions off of him or something like that.
Yeah, Jared Verse.
And the worst possible thing for Seattle, how you want to control it with the run game. We've had this killer duo all season of Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, and now unfortunately Charbonnet's hurt, which sucks. Like, nobody wants that to happen. I want to, if you want your team to win, you want them to beat the healthiest version of that team. But now Seattle has to go in there. I'm not saying Kenneth Walker's not good and he can't get it done over 2 games, but you're having a guy switch from back to back splitting duties to being the full-time guy. The Rams' run defense and their front seven is a strength. So if they stop the run, I know we don't love their secondary, but their secondary's fared well against Darnold. So if you force Darnold to pass that ball, Sean McVay can do that thing that we all hate, where he just kind of passively calls plays and controls the clock. But that might just be enough. We might not even need a Matthew Stafford masterclass if you can stop the run and the defense just continues to do what it's done. And shout out Chris Shula, dude. I mean, the Rams defense the last handful of 6 weeks, it was like, ugh, what's going on? Go to Chicago against, the second coming of Michael Jordan for the city, and Chris Shula dials it up. And I think that they can get more pressure on Seattle. Darnold moves, but he doesn't move like Caleb.